Wow, when we see the registrations for our events, you never know what the turnout's going to be. So I'm so pleased that we've almost packed out this entire room. So thank you all so much. Welcome to the IMEC Conference 2026. Before I get into the details of the event, I have to do my little piece about IMEC. But don't worry, I'm not going to talk too long. It's going to be very brief. Some of you may not know all of the work we do and all of the areas we work in, and hopefully by the end of today, you might know a little bit more. So who is IMEC? What do we do? We're a leading members organization. What does that mean? We represent employers, ship owners, ship operators, and crewing managers. We do that in a number of different ways, primarily two. One is through industrial relations. So to get a little bit technical, we negotiate collective bargaining agreements with our partners. But also there's another angle, the training side. And as you'll see throughout the day, we'll be involving some of our cadets. We've got some of them here from around the world. So please engage with them if you can during the breaks, during lunch. Because another side of the work we do is our training initiatives, cadet programs, training courses. That's another kind of area we do. Now, I know everyone loves statistics, so I'll hit you with some numbers. We represent 328 shipping companies, ship operators, crewing managers. That equates to approximately 11,325 ships. And in terms of seafarers out there involved in our agreements, it's about 450,000, and that's rising every year. So you may or may not have heard about IMEC, but actually the work we do is quite significant. But today is not all about IMEC. We're not going to be showing you lots of stuff about what we do, selling, advertising. We want to talk about people, because the theme today is all about putting people at the helm. There are no sponsors. We haven't paid anyone to be here. That's intentional. We do that every time we run a conference. We want to talk about the issues, because that's the most important thing. As Aristotle once said, we cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. And the only way we can do that is with people. So we have to give everyone a voice and empower them to use it. That is why, as I said, the theme is putting people at the helm. I really hope by the end of today, we've achieved that. The industry is constantly threatened in recent years, constantly been threatened in recent years. Pandemics, conflicts. It's had a very significant impact on this industry. We know it's tested a lot of us, and most importantly, our seafarers. We have seen in the industry a big demand now for more officers. We've also seen the global vessel order book rising. It's creating a storm for all of us to handle. We need to understand and try and find out and harness where the future talent is actually going to come from. So the questions we'll be thinking about today is, are we doing enough in industry? Are we aligned in the goal we want to achieve? Questions like this will be discussed truthfully, openly, and frankly today. We've assembled a large number of hosts, panelists, and speakers alongside a global audience here today. We want to represent the views of everyone. That's absolutely key for us because we're a global, non-governmental, not-for-profit organization. Throughout today, we're going to be utilizing Slido. But don't worry, it's not on every slide. We're only using a few. We might do some word clouds, some rankings. But this QR code here, if you want to scan it now, this is an open Q&A for the whole day. Now, I'm hoping with the panelists, with the hosts we have, that it'll be nice and interactive. And we'll also be entertaining physical questions from all of you. I might not be able to answer them all today. So what we said we're going to do from the Secretariat, myself as head of training and Larissa, deputy head of training, we'll take those questions that we don't answer and we'll ensure through your details that we share them with you after the event. So please bear with us. We've got a really busy day ahead, and I think one lesson I've already learned is maybe next time having less. Maybe less is more. And those that you know me, you'll find out by the end of today. But I'll give you a slight run through of what we're doing. We'll be setting the scene, first of all. We'll be discussing challenges, how to overcome them. We'll also be focusing on a particular area, decarbonization. Well, are we aligned in what we want to achieve there? And I think through the guests that we have, the speakers, we'll be able to represent a really wide area of training providers, engine manufacturers, but also the people on the ground, the people on board, the masters, the chief engineers. After that, we'll have a really fun interactive session which will look at people in shipping from the past, people from shipping in the present, and people in shipping from the future, our future talent pipeline, where we'll get them to debate and talk about, is life at sea tougher now, or was it tougher back then? We'll then invite some of our IMEC member companies to the stage with some of their own seafarers that are on board, and we'll try and have a really open discussion about what the future looks like. The future talent pipeline. Are we doing the right things? What else can we do? Are we doing enough? Then we're going to explore a continent, an entire continent. Now, I can't bring all of Africa to you, but I've brought a few countries. And I think when we talk about diversification and we talk about new maritime labor supply countries, we wanted to provide you a bit of a flair and a flavor of what Africa can offer. And then, lastly, because we're going to have some serious conversations today, and I'm really encouraging you to be involved in that. But I've got a session which I've taken from a British comedian called It's Not All Doom and Gloom. Because it's not. There's a lot of amazing work that we do as an industry, and involved in some of the initiatives we have, we're going to try and sell some of those really positive stories. So we've got a short story section at the very end. The overriding goal of this conference is to walk away with a greater understanding of tangible actions we can do to leave our fingerprints positively on the industry. Henry Ford said this one quote, and I want to read it out for you. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. And so with those words, I want to start by moving on to our keynote speaker and welcome to the stage a stalwart of the industry, the IMEC chairman and director of Maritime Industrial Relations at CMA CGM, Simon Spacey.